Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the Juggernaut 32 boss battle dinosaur from Jurassic World the Game. So yeah, this is the plant eater boss battle dinosaur. The last of the four. There was first the boss battle Omega 9, then the Valkyrie 77, then Salamander 16, and now Juggernaut 32. So yeah, they're all really epic, and I've done videos on all of them except for this one. So yeah, I know it's been a while since we all faced the Juggernaut 32, but yeah, let's get started on this drawing. So the boss battle dinosaurs are always a little bit more difficult to tackle than regular dinosaurs from Jurassic World the Game, just because they have so much extra spikes and stuff like that. So I'm going to put a fate outline in for the head here. Eye's going to be probably right about there. And for the boss battle dinosaurs, I usually focus more on the head more than anything else. And you can't really see much of the limbs in the reference image I'm using. So we're going to basically cut off the limbs right there. So yeah, there we have it. That's basically what the outline looks like. So now we can begin refining a bit. So I'm actually going to start with the legs and the body first, so we don't smear the head. So first I'm actually going to put in the spikes coming out from the frill. Spike there. This one right here. Bunch of savage looking spikes. See, I'm just going to put these in so we know where not to color. See, I'm going to start with the back thigh. Thigh of the back leg. Put that basic shape in. I'll zoom up a bit so you can see this a little better. Tail's going to be going off into that direction. Put the midline right there. And we can basically shade in the entire bottom half of the tail. So I'd like to thank you all. I do this a lot, but you guys deserve it. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing so much, because we just hit 800 this morning. So I'm really excited for that. And hopefully we'll hit 1,000 by Valentine's Day. That'll be really hard, but if you spread the word, we could do it, but I doubt it. So actually, more realistically, I want to hit 1,000 by the time the anniversary of this YouTube channel comes along, which will be March 14th. That's when we'll be hitting a year. I'm really excited for that. I'll make a special video. I already know what video I'm going to do. It's going to be a really special one. So yeah, as you can see, I'm adding spikes to the back. They get bigger as you get higher up on the back. All the boss battle dinosaurs have lots of spikes. It's basically their trademark. So yeah, let's not get too carried away there. We'll focus a little bit more on the back here. So basically, to make the spikes look more real, I'm going to make this pattern where you make a bump between each spike. So it makes the spikes look more like they're embedded inside the flesh, which will make it look more realistic. Another tip also for the spikes is to shade the left half. Not the left half, maybe the 1/4, to give it a little bit of shading. And then also put a few lines for the bigger ones, especially to make them look more organic and real. Even though Juggernaut 32 is not a real dinosaur, but it closely resembles the Triceratops. So also another thing we're going to be adding today is stripes. I usually don't do that much stripes, but we're going to do that today, so it should be exciting. I usually do it for the boss battles, so you guys will be used to this. So for the stripes, they basically have a few different shades of colors. A lighter on the outside of each stripe, and a little darker, so we'll shade in the inner stripe basically. And I'm going to erase a bit the lines we don't necessarily need. To make our dinosaur monster look better. So that looks good for the tail. We don't have much tail to show, but looks good enough. And also we can add a few scales. For scales, you just put in lots of circles, basically. That would be the best description of scales. So now I'm going to put in the stripes on the leg. Also want to give it a little bit of a backbone ridge here. Like so. I'll zoom in a bit. That's probably where I'll leave the camera. So don't worry, I won't be zooming in and out that much. So again, we'll put in the outline for each of these stripe patterns. That looks pretty good, and we'll shade in. Not too dark, just a light shade for the inside here. I know the body might be a little bit boring, but the head's always the most exciting part to draw, but I'll save it for last this time. I usually do that right off the bat, but decided to wait this time because it's better because we're gonna smudge if we did it, and I assume that most of you are right-handed. I'm right-handed, so that would be the most reasonable thing. So we'll put in some more refinement lines, basically. On the back part of the leg, and then we'll add a few lines there and some scales. basically just put scales where there are no stripes. So for the bottom of the belly, we'll shade it mostly all the way in. We can add a little bit of refinement into the horns here. So now we can put in this leg here. So yeah, now we're gonna put in the front leg or arm. Since it's a four-legged beast, I would call it a leg. Add in some more stripes here to give your dinosaur a better look. So I just wanted to give you all you, my subscribers, a new tip. If you want to get really good at drawing dinosaurs, one, you can watch my videos. That's a good way. Another way that is to go to your Jurassic World game and then click on whichever dinosaur you really like and then just try and do a quick sketch of it. And that'll help you a lot too. That's what I did. And also, if there's a specific one you really like, you can just leave a comment below and I'll get to it sooner or later. And I really appreciate comments as well. So now we'll add in the shoulder blade. Put in some wrinkles there. Add in some more stripes here. Yeah, that's pretty good for the stripes. We don't want to get too carried away and make it too complicated. So what I would recommend is just put in a lot of scales, because Juggernaut has no feathers, it only has scales. And we'll color in the inside of our stripes here. And the Jurassic World game is really neat because it actually teaches you the names of the dinosaurs. Like, you actually, once you own a dinosaur, you learn the name, basically. Of course, their dinosaurs don't look exactly like the real thing, but it's good for learning the names, at least. There have a few dinosaurs I didn't know about, especially some of the sea ones. I've never really been, like, I really like the sea dinosaurs, but I never really studied them as I did the land dinosaurs. So I'll just add a bunch of scales here. Just basically put a lot of little round circles. Or you can just do it this way and do swirly lines. That's a faster way to do it, but doesn't always look as authentic. I usually put in a few scales that are a little darker than the other ones, that'll make it look more realistic. And also, it's good to make them vary in size. So have some big ones and some little ones. And I encourage you to show your drawings to your parents if you're younger and you still live with your parents, because you can say, hey, look, I learned to draw this and it's from the Jurassic World game, so they'll be happy that you're learning to draw and it was inspired by your Jurassic World game. Because that is probably my favorite video game, even though there are some really complex ones. I just love dinosaurs. So that's why I like the Jurassic World game, especially. Like, I know I drew the Suchomimus from the Isle, but I don't know much about that video game at all. So yeah, now that we've got most of the body, we will soon start working on the head. I gotta put the other limb here. But we'll shade most of that in. By the way, I'm using a mechanical pencil here. Most of you already know this, all my subscribers would. It's a Graph Gear 500. 0.7 is, I guess, the width of the lead here. Well, it's not real lead, but the drawing stuff, I forget what it's made of, but yeah, I recommend this pencil really highly. I actually did a review on it. You can see that on my channel, but yeah, it's way easier because you notice I never really have to go sharpen it in the middle of the video, so that's really helpful. Sometimes for when I'm working on a masterpiece drawing, I'll use different shades of pencils, but you don't really need to do that. If you're good at shading with just this pencil, you'll be fine. So yeah, now we can begin with the head. So it's got like two different frills. The smaller one is right here, that I'm working on right here. the middle of the head will be right about there. And then of course the bigger frill here has got bigger spikes or horns. It's got some really massive ones. Like, I wonder if the boss battle dinosaurs fought each other, who would come out as the winner. Like, I would probably vote for Omega 09, but it's hard to tell. The Valkyrie has an advantage since it can fly, but then all the other ones are pretty cool. The loser, I probably would think would be the Salamander 16, because it's low on the ground and it's cool, but all the other ones would probably kill it, would be able to kill it. The Juggernaut, this one, could just trample it, and it would definitely get hit by the spikes and horns of this fearsome herbivore. The Omega 09 would just tear it to pieces, and the Valkyrie could just swoop from above. So yeah, that one would probably be the loser, even though I know the amphibians are really cool, especially since they are the ones that can kill the meat eaters, or have the advantage over the meat eaters in Jurassic World the Game. So right now I'm just refining I don't know if you guys can see the top spikes that well. Refining them, giving them a better look. The Juggernaut and the T-Rex, or boss battle Omega 09, they would probably end in a draw, I'm not sure. I usually vote for T-Rex, obviously, because that's my favorite dinosaur, but this one has so many spikes that it would be hard for the Omega to get a good grasp. So put in these horns here. The big frill basically stops right about there. This one's actually not even there, so. Add one more spike here. Then the little frill has all the spikes. See, that's pretty good for the spikes up top. Now I can just put a little bit of shading here. Feel free to put scales. I'll zoom out a bit, that'll probably be a good idea. So you can fit the entire drawing onto the page. Right about there, that's the perfect spot. So yeah, now we can put in the two main spikes, even though they're not the biggest ones. They're probably the most deadly ones, because that's where it would charge forward and just stab its opponent. So these were the biggest ones the Triceratops had. But Juggernaut is like resembles Triceratops, but it's not really Triceratops. It's got lots of more extra horns and spikes, and like these ones coming down the middle of the frill. And here's the big nose one it has. That's probably just for show, because I don't know how you could horn something with this one before. You'd probably hit them with the big long ones way before this little one came into contact with the enemy. So I'm going to add in this beak, the Juggernaut. Make it a little darker near the edge there. Now we can put in the bottom here. The bottom beak. Put in the tongue. Basically just giving it a bunch of refinement there. The nose will be right about there. The frill closes right about there, and we can add in some of the other spikes. So basically it looks like a sun with all these spikes coming out in all different directions. So now we can actually put in the real eye. Put some lines around it to give it better refinement. I'm giving it sort of an eyebrow to give it a mean look. Shade the bottom there. Yeah, and this one basically the head is the main thing, along with the Omega 9. The salamander, the whole thing was pretty cool. Give it some more refinement there. And now we can put in It's got like a stripe pattern, different than the rest, because this one actually looks like fire coming up from the middle of the head. Spreads into every direction. Like so. That looks pretty cool. Add some more scales there. And again, we can shade this in. Doesn't really have much of a rim, so it's okay to leave that out. So we're just going to color this all in black. So if you haven't checked out my channel, please do so right after you finish watching this video, because I got a bunch of more videos from Jurassic World the Game and some videos from War Dragons, the video game, which are pretty cool. So if you like drawing dragons, I got that too on my channel. But mostly dinosaurs, so yeah, I got all the other boss battle dinosaurs. So this is the final installment for the boss battle dinosaurs. And I got a playlist too that I created with just the boss battle dinosaurs. So you can draw all of them conceivably in a row. That'll be maybe 2 hours of video. Probably more like an hour and a half, but still, these are usually my longest videos just because it's got so much stuff. It's a lot of drawing. So I'm going to make lines going in every direction there. Add some refinement to these horns here. And you can add some scales. That'll make the dinosaur look even cooler. Yeah, a bunch of scales. Also, it's okay just to scatter the scales like this. That's also a good idea. And smudging can be okay as well. So yeah, here's the final image of the final boss battle dinosaur. Try to fit it all into the camera. So yeah, there you have it. Juggernaut 32. from Jurassic World the Game. So yeah, check out my channel, as I already told you to do so. Like the video, comment, and share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, whichever social media site you use. And yeah, subscribe for more content, because I got a lot more coming. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.